Good afternoon. Welcome back. It is Thursday, October 19th, 2023. We have a mixed bag of a few birthdays to celebrate, as well as a few events that we'll talk about really quickly here. Again, we're talking about this is a time of year where races are kind of winding down. You're getting gaps in schedules. So not a lot to talk about, but we will go to 1986, as I'm going to ignore this spoof scam call coming in here. 1986, on this date, Neil Bonnet wins at Rockingham, the Nationwide 500. Not really a surprise there. Neil was always strong at the Rock. Has 3 wins there that I can think of off the top of my head. But this would be his last win for Junior Johnson, and it would be his last win in almost a year and a half, as he'd go winless in 87 with Raymock and wouldn't win till Richmond in the spring of 88. So last win for Neil during his 3-year stint at Junior's operation. 1991, also at Rockingham, but this time in the Busch Series, Ernie Irvan wins his first career race in that series. Irvan kind of dabbled in the Busch Series for a couple years prior. Then when he got hooked up with Morgan McClure, he was able to kind of, get in there and have access to more equipment and better equipment, and made his Busch Series career kind of elevate somewhat for a while. And our final event on this day in 1997, California Speedway, Todd Bodine wins the inaugural Busch race there. It's a big thing, the first Busch Series race in California Speedway, first Busch Series race at any track. But what made this one a little bit bigger was this was the first Busch Series race, if I remember correctly, the first Busch Series race west of the Mississippi River during this time. Now, people might say, oh, well, Gateway. Well, Gateway is to the east of the Mississippi. Milwaukee's to the east. They've just been racing Talladega, and that's even still to the east of the Mississippi River. Another scam call coming in. But yeah, this was the first one. So you figure that's 15 years that the Busch Series had been in existence, and they made their way finally west of the Mississippi, and it was all the way out in California. And I do remember reading in Winston Cup Scene, Bobby Dotter talked about he had went out there for a DeWalt signing during the Long Beach weekend for the IndyCar series. And so when he was racing with DeWalt tools, that would have been 94, 95, thereabouts. And this was before California Speedway was built, obviously. And the fans out there were asking, when's the Busch Series going to come out here? Well, it took them a few years, but they made it. So birthdays. We got birthdays all over the racing world here. We're going to start off in 1962 because this is the only one I don't have any cards of. Born on this day, 1962. Raced in ASA, raced in the Truck Series. Gary St. Amant. I know that I've seen his name pop up on social media lately where he's been in some autograph signings and stuff. Our next one, born on this day in 1956. Had raced a little bit, I believe, in Formula One. Made a cup of coffee in IndyCar. Raced some other road racing series. Didier Tays. I believe he is, well, it says Phoenix, but I want to say he was originally from France. I don't recall exactly, but that is pronounced Didier. Then up next, born on this date in 1933, but sadly passed away in 2009, NASCAR North Series legend. Of course, that'd be ARCA East now, but NASCAR North Series legend, Stub Fadden. Of course, this is 1991 Winner's Choice cards. These are pretty cool cards. I like the fact that they have a driver card and then a car card. And then he did race against his grandson, and I can't remember who it was. I'm drawing a blank on the North driver's name, but he did get to race a few races against his grandson, which I'm sure that was pretty cool. Mario Andretti was going to do that in the Indy 500 one year until he had a freak accident in practice and decided it was best not to. And our final birthday, born on this date in 1965. He is a co-owner of the JTG Daugherty racing team, but he's not the STG part, he's the Daugherty part, NBA Hall of Famer, Mr. Brad Daugherty. So got a handful of Brad's basketball cards here that I always keep on hand, and then if I go to the track, when I went to SRX last year, or a few years ago, at the first time we went to Eldora, he was there because he worked on the broadcast team, and they actually had pit access, so was able to get him to sign a couple of cards for me down there. But anyway, that has been birthdays and events for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. We're really, really close to 2,000 subs. I'd like to get there by the end of the year, and I think you guys can help me make that happen. But anyway, appreciate it, and we will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday.